In this Flash and Blood video, I'm going to be showing you my Prism Blitz deck. This deck is relatively simple to build. If let's say you can't afford these 3 pieces over here, feel free to replace them with, for example, the Ironhide Helm, Deep Blue, or just go with the Silent Stilettos. If you're playing against Brute, I would actually strongly recommend the Gambler's Gloves. If you don't have this, then I would say good luck. Hope that they roll 2 ones in a row. And if you're going against Benji, replace this with this. Bring a 2-block Helm if you can. I prefer to run the Crown Reflection, maybe because of my playstyle that I like to trade off the Spectral Shield to a blue aura. If you are going against heroes like Kano or Icelander, I think Kano wise you can take away this and just change your equipment to for AB4. AB4 is pretty good. If you're going against Icelander, having the tunic is actually recommended, or Deep Blue also is still fine. Okay, this is what we have for the main deck. As you can see, I use 1 copy of Fractal Replication right here, all 6 of Herald Protection and all 6 of Wartune Herald. Herald of Erudition is a no-brainer, must have. Herald of Judgment I only play 1 because this is only good against things like Kano or Chain or Levia, which is playing with Howl from Beyond, but 1 I would say is good enough. If you don't fancy Herald of Judgment, feel free to change it to something else. For the Herald of Protection, it's really good, so play all 6 if you can, because the red one here, it hits for 7, so 7 is an awkward number to block. Usually 2 cards will not be enough, and if it hits, gives you a Spectral Shield, your Spectral Shield can attack. If your opponent attacks you, your Spectral Shield can save you 1 life, so that is pretty good. I like to open my attacks with the Wartune Herald. Generally what I'll do is I'll pitch a yellow, and then I'll go for like 7 or even 5. If let's say they put on 6 and it pops your Herald, you got at least 1 more resource to pay for your action point. Herald of Erudition is a no-brainer, must have for sure. Miraging Metamorph as well, this is a 1 for 7. If someone pops it, for example for Rhina, usually they have no choice because whatever they defend with is usually a 6, unless they throw down their Barraging Beat now. And if this pops, hopefully you have an aura on the field to copy. For the Anima Chimera, I actually like this because to me this is... Okay, for this and this, the Miraging Metamorph and the Anima Chimera, they do not go to soul when you hit. So what happens is that Fractal Replication has an easier time to copy. If everything goes to soul when it hits, Fractal has got nothing to copy. So usually I will keep the Fractal in the arsenal, and then I'll try to let an endogenous attack stay on the board if it can, and then I'll use this to my advantage. And the Fractal costs 0, but please do not play more than 1 copy of this. For the auras, Allied Sentinel is a no-brainer. You got Genesis here, Merciful, and Parable. I skip Ode to Wrath because Ode to Wrath feels too slow. It's the only kind of aura that benefits most if you have a lot of Spectral Shields. But Blitz tends to be very fast, so I actually skip that. For the blue auras, I also skip Passing Mirage because even though yes, Passing Mirage makes your auras, your heralds lose Phantasm, but I noticed that it tends to be a bit too slow and they don't do as much as this. Because if someone ignores your auras, your Pierce Rarity can punish them if you play out a Herald next. Shimmers of Silver explains itself. If they ignore this, they're going to get punished. For haste bending as well, you're going to just create a lot of Spectral Shields if they ignore your haste bending. So Passing Mirage is the only one that I see that should not be in the deck, mostly because if you're going against like Rhina or Levia, you're going to have a hard time anyway, and even if you have your Passing Mirages on the arena, they will likely just roll the Scapskin Ladders and just hit off your Passing Mirage, so I find it a bit pointless. I'd rather them pop my Herald if they can, so that they are wasting cards. And yeah, for the defense reaction, we got Soul Shields. These are too good. They only cost 2 and they block for 6. Celestial Cataclysm, this one will be the late game. I would say that always try to pitch this first, and when you reach your second cycle, hopefully you have a few souls to pay for them. And for the other blue, I have the Herald of Triumph here. Feel free to change this with any other blue that you fancy, like the Herald of Ravages. I think that Herald of Triumph is alright. Ravages will be more aggressive. I might reconsider this one. But apart from that, this is about it.